Hello everybody, welcome to another little bit here done by Frank. What I'm going to be doing today is a a map preview. So we're going to be looking at the new map that's supposed to be coming out somewhere in the near future. I've gotten all of the images that I could collect. I think there's about 5 or 6 of them, and I'm just going to run through kind of my own personal thoughts on the map and you know, just talk about the competitive potential of it, because as you guys might already know, I am in this for the competitiveness, not for the just messing around here. But although I do think that it could be a lot of fun, that's for sure. So let's just take a look really quickly at what we've got here. A lot of nice art to go along with it. So we have this is supposed to be a new creep, one of the kind of like Baron / Dragon-esque creeps, and it's going to be located like right around here, I would imagine. Like this bottom half, or sorry, I don't know if it's the bottom half or the left half or something like that. That's going to be kind of more like the fire side versus the ice side, and it's going to have some cool dynamics like that. Nice. I'm sure there's going to be some awesome lore to it. I could only imagine. Yeah, so there's one of the massive creeps. There's just some more fan art. I think it's just like a corner. Actually, to be honest with you, I think that these two pictures here, this one and this one, are the ice and fire versions of where there's going to be this special creep camp that's going to be coming out. And I'll actually show you guys what I'm talking about, some more just kind of artwork. But this is the main image we're going to be looking at here. So just to, actually, I'll go back just to give you guys kind of another little look at this. Ooh, very fancy. And we're back onto the what I really want to be looking at. So this is going to be the map. It looks obviously kind of cartoony from here. To be honest with you, I don't think this is actually a finalized version. Keep in mind that all of these have just been kind of scrounged together from the internet. Riot hasn't really been talking much about Magma Chamber, but we can only imagine that it will be coming out in the near future. Riot does extremely well at pleasing their fan base, so we can only imagine that that's going to be the case. Now this is kind of just like, it looks to me to have, it's pretty much the same fundamentals as Summoner's Rift. If you look on this side here, you've got 2 creep camps, which kind of reminds me of the Golem and the Golem buff and the Wolf camp on Summoner's Rift. And then on the opposite side of the jungle, you have the 3 creep camps. Could be the double golem, the wraith camp, as well as the lizard. Could switch it up though. I don't doubt that they will be adding some more, some different creeps. I know when they made Twisted Tree Line, they had a lot of cool different buffs and different creeps. You've got your store, your spawning pool, your nexus, the 3 towers. So pretty standard stuff. And there's a couple flaws in here though. If the first thing that I noticed was this pathway right here. If you notice that there's no pathway on the red side of things, which would make things completely imbalanced, because if you come down this path as a jungler or somebody looking for a gank and you go by this path, this is in front of the tower but it's behind the middle line, so could be really devastating if the blue side has a path that leads them behind the enemy player but in front of the tower. Could be pretty devastating. The gaps, however, look extremely long. Now, the distance from tower to tower in mid lane on Summoner's Rift is certainly closer than the top lane on Summoner's Rift. This being Magma Chamber, if you look at the distances here, they're actually almost entirely the same. Actually, you could even argue if you draw a straight line down from this top tower, that's, I'm pretty crappy with making my mouse go straight up and down, but you can see for yourself that there's certainly, this tower has been pushed back, as well as this tower has been pushed back as well. Potentially the same distance on all of them. So if there's that long of a distance in middle lane, or maybe they're all really close together, who knows? But it looks to me from this perspective anyways that they're going to be pretty far apart, being that there's a creep camp here, and a lot of space in between if you're just doing things to scale based off of the size of a typical creep camp. That's a pretty long distance. So not sure what to think about that. It could lead to a lot of early game pressures, because when you kill somebody, or sorry, when the distance to your tower is really long, it gives you a lot of chance to gank somebody. So Ghost will definitely start being more of a factor for a getaway than and cleanse rather than Flash, which I do believe they are getting rid of. So this kind of coincides with that very nicely. Taking a look at other things, there's a couple other discrepancies that you can notice, like just the way that the paths move from this side. Like this kind of has like a like an arc here going this way, whereas this one kind of swoops around. So like minor differences like that. One major thing though that's going to make laning really, really intense is the fact that this creep camp here on either side, top and bottom lane, is going to be a viable option to just go out and get more experience. So the lanes are going to be fighting over that creep camp a lot. So what you could be seeing is a lot more players using Smite, or things, well, really just Smite to just kind of take the last hit on the creeps, because that having that extra gold and experience, mainly the experience in lane, is going to be absolutely crucial. So I think that's going to be definitely a big factor there. As far as characters go, I think it's pretty much got the same layout. So you're not real. I don't think that any characters are specifically going to dominate on this map. If the map, because I really don't know the dimensions on it, so it could very well just be the exact same dimensions as Summoner's Rift, just more horizontal. If the dimensions are big, like it looks like they are, the dimensions look really, really huge. You could see a lot more global ults being a lot more effective, like Pantheons and TF and things like that, whereas they're not really used so much anymore. Pantheon had a huge stint where he was really, really good to have on the team, but not so much anymore, but he could make a comeback with this map. Aside from that, I really don't know much else about the map. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a general look at things. So there you guys go. You've looked at this image enough. This is a really cool rendering of it. This is some nice artwork here. Fire side, the ice side, so it is kind of side by side, although it looks kind of frozen like on this angle here. So I don't know, but regardless, really cool art there. Just going to give you guys a little walkthrough, and then this creep actually looks badass as hell. It's like chained to the floor, and it's got like 3 eyes or like a jewel on its forehead or something like that, but you can only imagine that comes with a buff or some kind of global thing. More of that, just the little renderings of, I think, like corners or laning areas, as well as some more fire. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Just something really quick for you guys to just look over. Aside from that, I'm going to be doing some more commentaries tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy. Probably going to bust out some more SC2, something like that. I don't know. Whatever you guys want. Just make sure you leave comments. Tell me what you guys are looking for, and I really want to know what the majority of my audience plays, whether they play more LOL than SC2 or vice versa, things like that. Either way, I'm going to bring you guys both, so enjoy, and